So pleased to have you along. This should be a good one. We're set, and off we go here on EA Sports. This one will be taken in the end zone. No run back forthcoming. And the ball coming out to the 30-yard line. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10.
Here we go. 11, mighty. 11.
They'll run it for the first time with Chase Brown. And he's hit behind the line of scrimmage and taken down right away. A loss of yards. What a message on the first play.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go.
Here we go.
You never want to lose yards on first down, but that's exactly the case here.
They go play action for Burrow. Going up top. That ball incomplete. Got the hands in there to break it up. Could have been a big gainer. Instead, it sets up. Third down.
They told us this week they were going to try to come out fast, and tell you what, that's exactly what they did. Put immediate pressure on this secondary and let them know, hey, all game long today, you better defend every blade of grass because we're coming out firing.
On one, ready?
Even though that ball falls incomplete, it goes a long way in setting up the rest of this game plan as the game unfolds.
11, 11, 11, 11. 11, mighty. 11, mighty. Sahan.
To throw is Burrow. That's over the middle and taken in. He's got it. And he's going to take this one all the way. 71 yards. Touchdown, Cincinnati. And that is the way to start a game. Not just score, but, Greg, score quickly. A nice opening drive for the first 6 points.
Well, it seems like the hour spent on that opening game script was time well spent. I mean, to take the ball right down the field that quickly, right out of the gates, that's a pretty good opening drive and an early 6 points.
Seven 0 is our score as this kick is sent into the air. On the return, it is Trey Tucker. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. He'll be taken down after a gain of 2. They'll come up on a 2nd down and 8. They'll stick with him again. And nothing on that one, back to the line of scrimmage, and that is it.
Clearly the plan on offense was to establish the run a little bit on this drive, Mike, but the defense is having none of it. 1st and 2nd down stop, no gain. Now it brings up a 3rd and long. We'll see if they try something else.
On 3rd down, they'll set up to throw. He's going to pick up the 1st down and more. will take this one in. 71 yards. Touchdown, Vegas. Carlson able to knock through the extra point, and the Raiders come right back to tie it at 7. Each team one possession, each team a score. 7-7 as they kick it off. Charlie Jones now to return. And they'll bring him down just shy of the 30-yard line. First and 10.
11. Here we go.
From the shotgun, it's Burrow. Taken in by Gesicki. And no chance to turn and go. That one good for just a couple. Second down and 8.
Here we go. 12.
A carry here for Brown. They'll mark them down up at the 44-yard line.
And a nice pickup there by the back with an explosive run play. And it's important to point out, Mike, this offensive play caller, he's still working off that opening script. It doesn't necessarily have to just be the first possession. Using formations, using run game and pass. Unmask the defense and understand where to take the play calling as the game unfolds.
And he'll be marked down at the 45-yard line.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play. And it wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest. And
well covered on the sideline, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jacorian Bennett.
When you find yourself in this situation, Mike, you're on defense, you're defending your own goal line, you got to take some chances. You got to try to force a turnover and make a play and get off the field. That's exactly what this defender did. Takes a chance, bets on himself, and comes away with it.
Oh, the ball is out. And fortunately, this is going to get out of bounds. So no turnover, and it's actually going to wind up a first down. They'll stay on the ground. And they bring him down, but not until he gets the 45-yard line.
This offense has to be thrilled, Mike, with the success they've had here on the ground in this opening quarter. Now as the rest of the game unfolds, everything in the game plan continues to open up.
And he'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play.
These edge rushers, they are judged by their sack totals, Mike. They love to rush the passer. But they have responsibilities in the run game as well. Great job here, keeping it to no gain.
A run now on second down. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more.
Running back looked a little unsure of himself on that carry there, Mike. You have to think back to that fumble earlier in the game. How much is that still weighing on his mind? He didn't really seem to attack that hole like we've seen.
A throw left side, going to be intercepted. That's the safety, Geno Stone. And he's going to give a short field to his offense here as they try to break the tie.
It's not often, Mike, that everything breaks right for this type of return off of an interception. But boy, is it beautiful when it does. I mean, look at the defenders just flip around and become blockers, trying to spring their guy to the house. Great athleticism, some great moves on his part. I mean, he's going to have some of his offensive teammates looking over their shoulder for their position.
From the 4-yard line, trying to punch it in. First down and goal.
12. 11.
Here's a run. And they're going to bring him down, but there is a penalty marker on the field. That one's on Orlando Brown, Jr.
On one, ready?
Now it is first and goal.
11 mighty. 11 mighty. Stop.
Off the play fake. Here's Burrow. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
You can't fault the quarterback on this one, Mike. He really didn't even have much of an opportunity. By the time he hit the top of his drop and got his eyes downfield, the defense was all over him, and he really had no choice but to just get that ball out of his hand and live to play another snap.
11.
Here
11.
now, second down and goal.
Here we go. Here we go. Stop.
Working out of the gun, Burrow. Hit as he throws, and it is incomplete. Just couldn't deliver that one the way he wanted to. Not really sure if there was much there anyways. We do know it'll be third down.
They got there in a hurry, didn't they, Mike? I mean, luckily for him, he saw that free rusher coming, and at the very least was able to get that ball out to prevent the sack.
He bought all the time he could, but he's going to be taken down as he couldn't get a throwaway. Fourth down, and the Bengals will bring in Evan McPherson for the field goal try. A touchdown apiece here in the first quarter of play. Pair of sevens on the scoreboard. Greg and I back here in Cincinnati after this. So now they'll send out Evan McPherson for this field goal try. It'll be a 44-yard attempt. McPherson's kick is good. And the Bengals will break our tie and take a 10-7 lead.
And I think this is going to end up being considered a successful drive, Mike. I think obviously you would have loved to see them come down and convert and score a touchdown. But at the very least, they needed to come away with 3. They were able to do that and take a lead on that field goal.
He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is first down and 10. They'll send a tight end in motion. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one.
Well, really nice start here to the drive. Early down success. Every offensive coordinator is trying to find ways. How do we pick up first downs without having to get to third down? We see it here. Big explosive run. Now the rest of the drive unfolds.
And he'll let it go deep for Johnson. And the Bengals are going to take over at their own 28-yard line.
I think you chalk this one up, Mike, to just a rookie mistake. And anytime you have a young signal caller behind center, you're going to have to deal with some of these ups and downs. Every once in a while, they're just not going to see the coverage. They're going to get baited into making a bad throw. That's kind of par for the course. The key is how fast can these rookie quarterbacks turn the page, move on, and not make the same mistake again.
On first and 10, Burrow. That's to the third-round pick. It's Jermaine Burton. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one.
This is a tale as old as time, Mike. It seems that any time a team forces a takeaway, fumble, or interception, the ensuing drive starts with a shot, a deep play in the air to try to seize on some of that momentum. We just saw a great example of it here.
That's to his big tight end, Gesicki.
The drag route. We used to say this is day one install. Every single offense in the NFL has this sort of route, especially for the tight end position. And depending on the speed and the run after catch ability of the tight end, sometimes it can lead to some of the biggest gains.
Now a second down throw for Burrow. He'll be hit as he throws this time, and it's going to fall incomplete. And he might be fortunate just to avoid the sack, and it'll set up a third down.
So on a day where he's completed, give or take half of his passes, Mike, you have to imagine there's a handful of throws he'd like to have back, and I think that last one falls in that category. But the biggest thing, and most fortunately for them, they find themselves with a lead despite a bit of an up-and-down performance out of their quarterback.
Now Brown. He's going to have the Bengals first down. That'll be a pickup of about 5 as they convert on 3rd and inches.
I think everybody in the stadium saw that run coming, Mike, but good luck stopping it. I mean, all he really had to do was just fall forward, and it would be enough to pick up the first down.
On 1st down, Burrow. That'll be intercepted. And the Raiders are going to have the football here at their own 35-yard line.
So this is where an offensive play caller needs to come to the rescue of his quarterback, because this defense, they're onto you. They've got 2 picks. They're starting to pick up on your tendencies. They're shifting guys over to counter them. Now you've got to add some wrinkles. Now you've got to throw them a curveball and try to shift back some of that advantage to your side of the ball.
They'll get 11 there, and that's a quick first down.
When you go out and invest in a young guy like this to be part of your backfield's future, you got to find ways to get him involved early, and I think here's a case of doing just that.
And he'll fight forward for a couple of yards, but a flag is down, and the linemen are already walking back. He'll drop to throw. He'll tuck it and take off.
The key to a good quarterback scramble, Mike, is knowing when it's time to go from a thrower to a runner, and that's exactly what we saw here. Doesn't get the first down, but he's able to pick up some really positive yards and then get out of bounds.
And he is not going to get away. Might have gotten a yard, but it will set up 3rd down. They'll look to throw. That's caught. It's the tight end, Brock Bowers. That's his first reception of the ballgame, and it really comes at a good time as they get the conversion on 3rd down. It's 1st down, and they'll run. And he did not want to go down. Good running. Manages to gain 5. 2 minutes to play in the first half of a 3-point game. We'll come back to Cincinnati in a moment. They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. Here comes the blitz as he looks to throw. Now he takes off.
These are the plays that just drive the defensive coordinator crazy, Mike. You do everything right, but you don't account for the quarterback scrambling. He's able to get out of the pocket and gain enough for a first down.
Thrown left side, the catch is made. And he's very close to a touchdown. They mark him just shy of the goal line.
Rookie to rookie right there, Mike. And I'll tell you what, they've got some really good young pieces on this roster.
So here's a chance to take the lead going into the locker room. It's 1st and goal. Looking for that crease inside, and that did not break the play. No doubt about it. They are going to mark him short. Another shot from the 1 on 2nd and goal. He'll try to run this one in. And he is not going to get to the goal line. In fact, he's even going to lose yards on that play. And now it is 3rd and goal. The motion man is Johnson. They'll run. And he is not going to get in. They make the tackle at the line of scrimmage. That's going to bring up 4th and goal. A tight end in motion now. They'll try and run for it. And he'll just get up inside those big bodies up front. And he's in. Touchdown, Las Vegas. So they decide to go for the touchdown. And, Greg, they get rewarded on 4th and goal with the 6 points.
Yeah, I think the safe bet there is you settle for the field goal and you're happy coming off the field with points. But not this play caller. He rolls the dice a little bit, but give credit to the offensive line. They created just enough of a lane for this back to take it in for 6.
Makes the score Raiders 14, Bengals 10.
Still a little time. Final minute of this first half. We'll see if they can do anything with this kickoff that is coming their way. This will be returned from the 2. And a solid run back there. He'll get this out past the 30-yard line. Here's 1st and 10.
11 MT, 11 MT. Here we go. Start.
Throwing is Burrow. This one deep downfield for Chase. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down.
11 MT, take. 11. Here we go, here we go. 12, 12, 12. Start.
Now, Burrow. This is incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down. Let's see what this call is. So, from the 36, it is 1st and 10. Back to throw, Burrow. That ball flutters to the ground. It's incomplete. Well, fortunate there wasn't a defender right there in the area. Could have been a turnover. Instead, it brings up 2nd down.
12, 12, 12. Let's get set. Start.
Burrow. And that's going to wind up incomplete. Pressure certainly impacted the quarterback there. Couldn't get his arm all the way through. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
Not exactly the type of drive to write home about, Mike. 3 passes, 3 incompletions, no yards gained. And I really can't blame any of these fans who have continued to voice their frustration, especially after that last series of play calls.
He's going to let it go deep for Chase. And for the 3rd time in this first half, he's been intercepted. And he will be brought down on what will be the final play here in this first half.
Raiders 14, Bengals 10.
Coach, thanks. This one's still anyone's game. We'll see who can come out with the hot hand in this second half. About to get started. First half played out a bit as we expected. We'll see if there's a surprise coming up. Both teams set to go, and the second half is underway. And they'll be out of bounds just past the 25. They'll come up here, 1st and 10. The 3rd quarter begins with a run. Trying to find some place to go, but nothing developing. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 1.
When you can get this level of run support out of your secondary, Mike, man, what an advantage for any defense. This defensive back clearly reads run, gets off his block, and he's able to take down the back for a loss of yards.
And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one.
You can see this connection is just starting really to pick up. They're seeing the game through the same set of eyes, and that is the job of the receiver. What is my quarterback expecting from me? Where does he want me? Be there on time, and it leads to big gains like this.
Up the middle they go. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage at best. Might have even lost a yard there.
Great job by that linebacker timing his blitz. He didn't give any indication to the offense that he was coming. And he's able to get through that hole and take the ball carrier down for a loss.
Down the sideline, past the 45. 17 yards on that play. First down, Vegas.
Pretty much just more of the same from what we saw with this back in the first half. And he doesn't need much. He gets a little bit of space, and then he can create the rest. It's the combination of patience, vision, and then the burst to hit the hole once he sees it. This guy's been a handful all day. This just shows why you can't count on just one guy to take him down. He's a powerful enough runner. You've got to have guys coming in support when that first hit is made. It takes a team effort to stop him, especially once he gets going.
And he'll work this down inside the 35. B.J. Hill shuts it down there.
And with that run, Mike, even though it brings up third down, it still keeps this offense in what they call a 50-50 downs. It means with the down and distance provided, you can call a run or a pass, and both are equal threats. And that's what makes it so hard for these defenses to defend those situations.
Now a 3rd and 2. Back to throw. Throwing it right into the hands of his running back. And he's going to have the first down taken down after a short pickup of 5, but it will keep the drive going. They'll run. He'll try the left side now. Finding space at the 15. And they are not going to catch him. He's in. Touchdown, Raiders. 2 touchdowns for him in the game. Numbers 10 and 11 on the year.
You can just see the comfort, Mike, that this offense continues to play with. The early momentum in the first half has carried here after the break, and you can see this group just slowly starting to pull away.
And I'm thinking, Greg, about the guys on the other side. You're waiting at halftime, that other offense waiting to get back on the field. What happens? They come right out, extend the lead, and now the task gets a lot tougher for this second half. This is fielded inside the 5. And a decent return there. He'll get this up just shy of the 30. Set to go now on 1st and 10.
12. Here we go, here we go.
They'll run here with Brown. And they bring him down, but not until he gets the 45-yard line.
Finding yourself down here, multiple scores in the second half. The defense is going to give you some friendly run looks. So don't be afraid to mix it in there. But if you're going to find yourself coming back from this deficit, you're going to have to do it primarily through the air with just a little bit of mix of the run.
And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on first down.
The drag route is such a good way to get the ball early into the hands of your tight end and take some pressure off the quarterback and give him an easy completion. The size and the athleticism allows them to try to pick up more yards, but do it after the catch.
11 mighty. That.
Second down, Burrow. Just trying to avoid the rush there. He's hit as he threw when the pass is incomplete.
Well, it's pretty clear the main reason why they find themselves trailing in this game, Mike, has really just been the inefficiency of this offense and primarily out of the quarterback position. I mean, to complete less than half of your pass attempts, it just makes it very hard to compete at a high level consistently in the NFL. And if they want to find themselves having any chance of getting back into this game and winning this one, he's going to have to get a lot better with the ball.
A gain of 24 through the air. And the Bengals going to have a first down.
11 MT. Here we go. 11 MT, take. That.
Now, Burrow. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
Nice example there, Mike, of the quarterback just being smart with the ball, understanding it didn't quite develop the way he had intended. Throw that ball out of harm's way, live to play another down.
12. Let's get set.
On the ground, it's Brown. He's to the 10. And he will not be quite able to stretch the ball out. They're going to mark him down after that huge run all the way to the 1.
This is a combination of footwork and vision. His ability to kind of weave through traffic and understand where the holes were. It's a really nice job working through some bodies and picking up a big gain.
A run on 1st and goal. Good blocking, and he's in. Chase Brown. Touchdown, Bengals. Touchdown number 15 for him on the season. McPherson now for the PAT. He's got it. And the Bengals are back within 4. It's 21-17. After the TD, on is McPherson to kick this one away. To return it, here's Raheem Mostert. They finally get him down, but he gets all the way up close to the 40-yard line. From the 39, here's a 1st and 10. Drive will start on the ground, and not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that one.
We've seen this back have his way with this defense all game long, Mike. He's up over 100 yards for the game, but this time the defense said, we've had enough. They sold out to stop him. They hold him to no gain.
18 yards on the pickup there. Good for a Raider 1st down.
This is where you have to be careful, Mike. You find yourself winning in the second half. Human instinct says, all right, let's just sit on the ball and protect the lead and let the clock run out. You can't do that. Stay aggressive. Do what got you here. Continue to mix the run with the pass. Keep your foot on the gas and try to extend this lead.
Now this time they'll look to throw. And that'll be incomplete. What turns out to be the final play of this 3rd quarter. This crowd into it now as we get to 3rd down. Now they'll set up to throw. That's caught left side by Bowers. And he's very close to a 1st down, but it doesn't look like he got there. And yes, they're going to mark him a yard short.
I think this is one of those plays that when the ball carrier watches this back in the film room tomorrow, he's going to be a little frustrated with himself. If he could just have made that one guy miss, he picks up the 1st down. Instead, he gets brought down short of the sticks. And now they got a 4th down decision to make.
And he's not going anywhere. Stuffed behind the line. They have turned it over on downs. So they come to the line for 1st down and 10.
11, Thomas. Got.
Here's Brown. And a short pickup there to about the 36. Here's a 2nd and 9.
Here we go, here we go. 11, 11, 11. 12, 12. What? God?
Burrow now. Short pass taken in by the tight end.
So the hope is when you call these underneath drag routes, you're trying to have your tight end come out the backside of the defense in space. So when you put the ball on him early, it leads to big yards after the catch. In this case, they don't get the real
11,
big play they were hoping for, but they'll definitely take it.
11, Thomas. 11, 11, 11, 11. God.
Burrow from out of the gun here on third down. And that is incomplete.
I think at some point for this quarterback, he has to start looking some other directions. I mean, he's tried to get the ball now to this guy multiple times, and all of them have resulted in incomplete passes. I'm not saying don't throw it to him in the future, but maybe get yourself a couple easy completions elsewhere before you look back in his direction.
Now or never, they'll throw on fourth down. He manages to get the throw away and completes it. And he's going to have the Bengals first down. They'll have it by a lot. It turns out to be a big gainer on fourth down.
If you want to score points at a high level in the NFL, you have to generate explosive plays. And after that big chunk pass play, they find themselves now down there in the red zone. And this is where you have to finish drives.
Now a run on first down. And he'll take this forward for about 3. It's second down.
MT. Here we go.
To throw is Burrow. To the goal line and in. Mike Gesicki. Touchdown, Cincinnati. Now this, an important extra point here to stretch this lead to a field goal. So now playing with the lead after that fourth quarter touchdown. Time to kick it back the other way. On the return, here comes Tucker. He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line. So here's a 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 24. They'll begin here on the ground. And that'll be a pickup of 3. Second and 7. He'll look to throw. And that is incomplete.
The biggest issue and why they find themselves trailing in this game, Mike, has really just been the ups and downs of this passing game. And sometimes he's highly accurate and efficient, but at others, he just misses too many easy throws. Question is, are they going to be able to...
And for a 3rd time today, he's intercepted. That's the safety, Geno Stone. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
This is something we see so often out of these young quarterbacks, Mike, is their inability to manipulate the defense. They kind of telegraph where they're going to go with their ball, with their eyes. And I'd love to see him the next time when he gets to the top of his drop. Look off the safety. Hold some of the underneath defenders from where you ultimately know you want to go with the ball. A lot of that just comes with experience, and sometimes you got to gain that experience the hard way.
They face second down and 7.
Here we go. 11 MT, Tate. 11 MT, God.
From the shotgun, it's Burrow. Hit as he throws, and it is incomplete. Just couldn't deliver that one the way he wanted to. Not really sure if there was much there anyways. We do know it'll be 3rd down.
It's pretty remarkable at this stage, Mike, that they're even winning this game. I mean, anytime a quarterback is completing less than 50% of his throws,
11.
you just don't see that very often, and just seems like time and time again, this quarterback and his intended targets, they're just not on the same page.
And he looks to be a bit short of the line, and that is going to bring up 4th down. Following the completion, we'll get a stoppage here for an injured player. As the athletic training staff looks at him, we'll step away for a moment. So out now, Evan McPherson in a big spot. This to stretch the lead to more than a field goal. That one started left, and it's off the upright, and no good. And this lead will stay right where it is.
You could see the body language of the kicker, Mike. Once it left his foot, he was kind of leaning. He was trying to bring that one back towards the middle. But that's the sound you dread as a kicker. It reverberates around the stadium, off the upright, no good. They're lucky to have avoided this mistake here, Mike. In the fourth quarter, with possessions running out, that would have been a critical back-breaking play in this game. And they're going to have second life now after that defender drops the ball, and let's see if they can take advantage of it.
Back to the air once more on second down. And that is incomplete.
There's a fine line between trusting your arm and having a little bit too much faith in your arm, right? I think this was one of those situations here, Mike, where there was nowhere to go with the ball. He tries to fit that one in there anyway, and he's lucky that it just falls incomplete.
Now the Bengals are going to call the first of their timeouts. Big play coming up. This is third down. They'll throw out of the gun. And this ball incomplete on third down.
This offense has to find a way to be better on first and second down, Mike. Living in these third and long situations, must pass, is not a recipe that their offensive coordinator wants to operate in.
And he looks up and he's taken down right away. Maybe fortunate just to hold on to the ball as he was tackled immediately after hauling that one in.
One, ready? Here we go.
A carry here for Brown. And he'll get 2 on this one before being taken down.
He was brought down at the 13-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup. It's second and 8.
On one, ready? 12, 12, 12. Gun, gun. 11, 11. Shot.
Burrow here on second down. It'll be a pickup of 10. It's a Cincinnati first down.
A lot could go wrong anytime you decide to put the ball in the air here late in the fourth quarter as you're trying to run out the clock and protect this lead. But at the same time, I like that they haven't gone super conservative, just handoff right, handoff left, and it just turns into tackling practice. So I like the balance of making the defense defend everything, because right now, possess the ball, protect the ball, and ultimately just run the clock out.
They'll drop to throw. That's taken in by the running back, Piron. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one.
And that first down should all but do it, Mike. With only one remaining timeout, the defense just can't stop the clock enough. Got to imagine it's victory formation. And we're a couple kneels away from this game being over.
Lone back in the backfield. They'll get the carry here. And they get this one across midfield to the 47-yard line.
This is the moment in the game, Mike, where it really matters to have a run game. You find yourself winning here late. You want to try to run the clock out and finish with the ball. And boy, do they ever. Give credit to this offensive line and running back. They came through when their team needed them the most.
He is just gashing the defense right now. 17 more yards with that one.
Fourth quarter, you find yourself protecting a one-possession lead. It's a fine line, Mike, between do I keep the ball on the ground, continue to work the clock, or stay aggressive, try to extend this lead to a multiple possession game. That's the balance this play caller is dealing with right now.
I'm fine, ready?
Back to the ground. He'll get it again. And it'll be a pickup of 3. So 3rd down, forthcoming.
Here we go, here we go.
So it's a win here in the jungle for the Bengals. Their winning ways continue. They've yet to be stopped as they remain unbeaten in the month of November. So that'll do it for us. For Greg Olson and our terrific team behind the scenes, I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. Follow us on X at EA Madden NFL. It's a win for the Bengals as we say so long from Cincinnati.